way we communicate is essential in cities to thrive and operate. When civilizations were starting to be created, many of them failed due to a lack of organization and structure. With the creation of writing, civilizations began to obtain more power and structure, giving the success for these civilizations. Until about 3500 BCE, the Mesopotamians created the first language. The Mesopotamians used symbols to represent items and was recorded on clay tablets. The symbols, called pictographs, were the first written language, called cuneiform, named after a cone-shaped stick usually made out of reed that they used to poke the clay with. It was mainly used to keep records, laws, organize, and write contracts. The earliest examples of Mesopotamian script date from approximately the end of 4th millennium BCE, coinciding in time and geography with the rise of urban centers such as Uruk, Nippur, Susa, and Ur. These early records are used almost exclusively for accounting and record keeping. However, these cuneiform records are really descendants of another counting system that has been used for 5,000 years before. Clay tokens have been used since as early as 8000 BCE in Mesopotamia for some form of record keeping. Cuneiform was also essentially used to record history. Thanks to the system, we know a great deal about the Mesopotamians and civilizations that adopted it. From the tablets, we have been able to learn the law, business, administration, religion, and all other aspects of Babylonian civilization. Cuneiform spread from the Sumerians to Mesopotamia. It became a written communication by the Babylonians, Assyrians, Hurrians, Persians, Akkadians, and many more. The Akkadians first adopted the system when they raided Mesopotamia but pronounced them as corresponding Akkadian words. The Akkadians were succeeded by the Babylonians and then by the Assyrians. We know a great deal about ancient Sumerian civilization from the written records they left behind in stone and clay. The ancient Sumerians kept excellent records and listed things. They listed their household goods, they listed their court activity, they listed their sales and purchases, they even kept a list of the kings that were updated from time to time as new kings came to power. Cuneiform was used for many thousands of years. One of the best things the ancient Sumerians wrote was the story of the Epic of Gilgamesh. The story was perhaps one of the oldest recorded stories in the world. Why is the invention of cuneiform such a turning point? Cuneiform became the principal form of writing used in the Middle East for millenniums, so whatever impact cuneiform made would have essentially be a huge one. Cuneiform basically formed the Middle East. It was the key to success for these cities. Civilizations borrowed this system as it gave organization, and cuneiform was the first reliable way. Other ways of written languages were used, but those all linked back to cuneiform as they were adapted from it. This system also allowed cities to make technological advancements. When people invented things, they used the system of cuneiform to record the data. Oral transition was not efficient, and many inventions would be seen repeating themselves as they were forgotten only to be invented again. The process of writing down data would essentially lift civilizations out of this. Because of this reason, it could be said that cuneiform is the success to all inventions. Cuneiform also gave the biggest change to the way they communicated. It was the first real way to convey information from one generation to another. For the first time, because cuneiform was used by almost all of the Middle East, cities could communicate with each other. It gave the form of marketing available between cities. With the clay tablets, they were able to record their rendition. It can also be argued that with the creation of writing came the creation of law. Mesopotamian governments benefited greatly from cuneiform by publishing their law in the language. By presenting the public with written law codes, leaders will be able to expect their citizens to actually abide by the rules. Citizens cannot claim ignorance of the laws. As a result, laws were codified using cuneiform throughout the region. In summary, cuneiform became the first form of writing that was adopted by all of the Middle East, giving them organization, better communication, law, and much more. Cuneiform gave a revolution of successful cities. Without cuneiform, there is really no way of telling where we would be today.